I'm going to show you how to upload EBC. This is an enhanced brand content, some kinds called A plus content. So I'll put that up there as well. I've got the initial checklist worked out here. I may add some elements as we go along, but generally we'll follow this as we go along. So the first step, let me kind of show you really quickly what enhanced brand content is to see if I can show you that on Amazon. It's content that looks like this. This is a layout that we've done of how this content that I'm going to upload is going to do. Basically, you have the ability to put in separate modules. So each one of these sections is a module. We have to create creatives for them, which would be the image design and everything else that we do. So you're seeing a whole bunch of different images here. And then we have to essentially upload them into Amazon. So Seller Central will be part of what we're going to do. So what I've done is the first step, which is to gather all the creatives into one place so that I have them quickly. I've got our images here. I've already downloaded those to my hard drive, but that's what you'll want to do is download them, unzip them, all of that kind of good stuff. We've also got our layout here, which is the way we are going to go ahead and lay this out. We're going to find the modules inside of Seller Central that look like this or similar to this and upload the content. So you can see how we have copy here and all of that kind of stuff on this. This is the most, should be the most updated piece of content that is approved by our clients. So if you're looking at this, it is the one inside of Canva that we create or whatever program we create, but it's not the pretty version. The pretty version is this that's made by our designer. But we will have made changes most likely on this, which should have the updated copy and everything like that. So this will be a reference for actually assembling the enhanced brand content. But then we'll go through that. Let me show you really quickly what it looks like on Amazon, just as a reference for you to see what that is. I'm just going to go right here. Enhanced brand content is generally this information right here. We have what's called above the fold marketing on Amazon, which is essentially all of the image stack. We call this an image stack over here. We have a title and we have some copy and things like that on the listing. As you do this, you're doing what's called scrolling below the fold, which is this top information on Amazon. Once we scroll below the fold, we get down into a whole bunch of other stuff that Amazon tries to sell shoppers. And so this enhanced brand content will come up after all that. This is enhanced brand content. Sometimes it'll say from the manufacturer, from the vendor, or it may say nothing at all. But we see these big, huge images. All of this content is similar to what we're going to be doing, video and all of that kind of stuff. So this is similar to what we're going to be creating for our client, but it's called enhanced brand content, A plus content, any of this stuff, this new marketing that happens sort of below the fold. So that's what we're going to be creating today for our clients. So the first step is that we have all the resources. So we have the copy and the images are available on desktop that were available to us. We're going to open Seller Central, which we're already in right here. And then we're going to essentially navigate to advertising and then A plus content manager. Now this may change, the layout may change, but essentially where we always want to end up is on a place that has to do with content management, A plus content management, and then ultimately our goal is to get to the enhanced product description area, which is what it is. So even if the layout of Amazon changes, you can do a search for enhanced product description or enhanced brand content on the right hand side, and you can always find where you're going. So if you ever get confused on Amazon, you can always do a search and help over here, or up here for EBC. See what that comes up with, and it will kind of lead you to the right areas where you want to go. So EBC, A plus, EBC, all of this kind of stuff. EBC for mobile, trademark, EBC video. Okay, and so all of that. But right now I'm just going to go ahead and do this. A plus content manager. And then I'm going to navigate through till I find enhanced brand content. So start creating EBC is what we're going to do. The enhanced product description is what we're looking for. We're going to create basic because that's what we're working on right now. And then as you come into this, you're going to see a few things that start to happen here. It's going to allow us, sort of gives us a step-by-step of where we are in this whole process, right? So one of the things I'm going to do right now, because I'm going to need to find this ASIN. I can see this apply ASINs, which is one of the steps. So I'm in the Seller Central's account. I'm going to go ahead and have ASIN ready will be another one we're going to do. Copy and images. Let me do this real quick. So as you can see, I added this in. So have the ASIN and title ready. So the way I do that is just to go into inventory, and then we look for the product that we're going to be doing. So this one is candles. And I'm going to do a search for that. Okay, so this one's a little bit complicated because we have a lot of different SKUs and ASINs that we're going to be using, but I have those up here. You notice I have titles right here. I have ASINs available right here where I can just copy and paste when it comes time. So they're ready to go. And I have everything pretty much ready that I've gathered up all of that. So we have Seller Central open. We've got to enhance product description. We're going to pick modules to match our layout. So I'm just going to go ahead and move these tabs around as I want to. So a couple of things first. It's going to ask for a content name. This is going to be pretty easy to do, and I'm just going to go ahead and do something like this. I'm just going to take the aromatherapy deodorizing soy candles for pets and maybe shorten that somehow. Let me see if I've shortened that somewhere. Pet candle EBC custom layout. That's probably what I'll end up doing, because this is really for an internal purpose. So we're going to do pet candle EBC custom layout, and then I might do a date, because this is for us. This isn't really for anyone else. Some layout 2022. Okay, so that I know some basic information if I want to come back in and figure this out, that I can find the information I want. So now we get down to modules. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to that Canva layout, and we're going to look to match up modules with the first one we need. So the way you would do this is to go ahead and look at this, and this looks like one of the big image ones with something like that. You don't even need to know the name of it. We're just going to go ahead and add the module and try and find that. So it looks like there's a large image. That's not it, the standard logo. We're looking for a big image and some copy. All right, so where's the big image and some copy? And it's probably going to be one of these guys. Standard header with text is probably what it's going to be, because that's our biggest one up there, right? Because these have text overlay. That's not what we're doing. There's a black text overlay, a white text overlay. That's not what we're doing. So we're going to do the big hero image and a comparison chart. We'll do that probably a little bit later, and then we check over that. All right, so we don't have any of these. We're going to do this and make sure that we've got the right size, because it's asking for 970 by 600. That's how I know that I've got the right 970 by 600, right? So right now I'm just going to go ahead and start adding in the modules. We're going to go down to the next module, right? We're going to add the next module just to match up with that. So here we go. And this is that weird one here. It's a standard single image and sidebar is what it's called. So that one's going to be hopefully be easy to find out. Standard single image and sidebar. Standard single image and sidebar. We click add that. All right. And you can see how this process just kind of creates from that. Oh, we're going to go back to that big title image that we just had one of those before. So we're going to go ahead and add that module, and it's going to be this standard header with text, right? So now we've got two of those in our layout. And now we scroll down on our Canva. And again, this is the Canva. Oh, we're looking for the one that's 3 across. All right. So we go to Amazon here. We scroll down, and we're going to look for the module that is 3 across. And it is down here. I remember seeing it just a second ago. Standard 3 images and text. All right. And then we've got one more to go here. And this is going to be a product comparison table is what we're going to do. So we're going to add that module. We're going to do a standard comparison chart. Okay, because there are no other comparison tables that we have. So product comparison chart. Standard comparison chart. That's it right there. So now the part is coming and essentially adding in all of that. So we've selected out our modules to match that. Let me see if I have that right. Pick modules to match layout, right? So we've already got that going there. So we've gathered all of our stuff. We have ASINs, we've opened Seller Central, we've got all these. We've picked our modules out. We're going to essentially just copy, paste, and then upload images. So we'll go through in this order as copy and paste, pulling that over. So copy and paste from here is what we're going to do. So we'll go right back to the top. All right. And we'll see on this if we have a headline to put in or anything like that. And so there's no headline up here, so we don't put anything in. This is actually for the designers. We don't need anything on there. All right. So we can just go right down here to this headline that's right down here. You'll see nothing there. We're going to leave that blank. We're going to scroll down here, headline text. So that's where we're going to grab this. Pets have sensitive noses. We're going to copy that. Whoop, Command Z. I went in. Copy.
I don't know.
Copy, right? We go over here and paste. All right, then we just continue on copying over the copy, and pasting for this. And it's simply, that's the process. We go to the next module. We're going to do standard sidebar with header. And we're going to go a little bit faster here for this.
Okay. So do you want
Okay, hold on. So some of these items you're going to notice there's a subheadline. We will not use everything all the time. Inner caption, image caption, we're not going to use these all the time. If they're not on the sheet, we don't care about them. So just go ahead and ignore them. Now sometimes because of the way things are formatted, you're going to notice we have this little separate section down here. That may need to be, those may need to be separate sections here. Okay, so we got that. What I might end up doing is just double checking that. And if you see a spelling thing, we'll take the spelling check on that, all right? No safe sense, all right? So here's what we're going to do. So now this is a little bit trickier one as we kind of add a bullet, and I'll show you how this interacts in just a second. So we have all these bullets to add. Hopefully it will add them all. sometimes I think it lets you not add as many as we've had. We've had that be a point. So we're just going to keep going. We're going to add that one. De-stress lavender chamomile. All right, we're going to add a point and keep going down. All right, and keep add those. And I'll pause and come back. Okay, so we've got all of those in. The bullets are all in. You notice there's no ability to add more bullets, so that's the maximum we can add into that. And then we go over here and we're going to just add in the headline for this. It's this section. Now, I'm going to show this, and one of the reasons I show this is because there are notes that go into images. That's internal notes for our team. Let's put a bold USA image here is on the actual image file itself. It's telling the designer, hey, we need a bold USA image here, and then whenever they get to it, they design up something like this right there. They've got a USA image on it. So that was a design note, not that. The things that are on the sections are what we care about and what we want to transfer over to the enhanced brand content on Amazon. All right, so I'm still continuing to copy. There's not a lot to go because the next ones have large images. The only thing I'm going to look at for in here is this formatting of any kind that needs to be broken out or anything like that. We don't have any bullets, so we're good to go with that. And then we come down to the next one. And there's no headline up here. Remember, there's sections we just don't use. This is a note, an internal note, so we don't worry about that. It's just the ones that are supposed to be in the headline text area, which that one was a little bit off, but we can understand by looking at it that it is for that. And we make these choices because sometimes we want the images to show up first without having headlines, because we actually put the headlines on the images, which we'll kind of see how all this fits together and hopefully looks pretty when we're all said and done here. All right, still going, putting that in. All right. Again, I'm just checking these over to make sure that they don't need any formatting or anything like that. All right, and then 3 images in text. And here we go for the 3 images in text. Okay, sometimes there's a headline up here, sometimes there's not. If we're just going straight to the images, then we just grab those. So I'll put those in and I'll come back in a second. Okay, so one of the things that I want to point out here, it's already sort of showed up, but I want to make sure we understand it. When I look at this, I can tell that there are essentially two separate paragraphs in there. When I copy it over to the new location, one of the things I'm going to notice is it sticks them all together. So you want to make sure that when we're transferring between these two, we want to know that there are supposed to be two paragraphs here. You want to make sure you put the paragraph break in so that that's in there. All right, and just look over instead. All right, we'll put that in if that's a grammatical thing. Sometimes if it's always spelling. Anyways, we'll let that go. All right, and on to these product comparison charts. Now, here's where it gets a little bit tricky. What we have to be able to do is match up whatever the title is with an ASIN. So I'm going to show you one of them. I'll probably go away and do the rest here, but I'll show you kind of what we've got going on. So when we get down to this section, we're going to be looking at the product we're looking at is Relaxing Wild Woods. All right, so I'm going to put that first one in, and we're going to put that Relaxing Wild Woods in, and we don't have any ASINs in here on any of this, so we should have probably ASINs. But what I'm going to also do is just go over to my section over here inside of Amazon, and I'm going to look for the Relaxing Wild Woods on that whole thing, right? So we can just go through and I'll search out Relaxing Wild Woods, wherever those are, and I'll find that. And let's see here, Tranquil, Unwinding, Boosting Cinnamon, Nourishing Pomegranate, Invigorating Lime and Basil, Vitalizing. Oh, those don't have an inventory in them. Here we go. Keep going. So one of the things I just noticed right now is that this one didn't have inventory in it. So that's telling me that these are probably not used right now. They're not the ASINs that we're probably going to use. So I just want to make sure that I have the ones we're going to use. That may take some discussion back and forth to know which products we are. But here, you know, look. Detoxifying, and I'm looking at these little parenthetical statements down here and seeing that that's the specific one. That's grapefruit, lavender, wildwood. This one looks like it might be it. Animal lover, wildwoods. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure there are no others. This is rose, so it looks like that's our one. Lavender, wildwoods. Oh, cedar, wildwood. This is a 6 ounce, 2101. And this is that. That's rose as well too. 2101 is the SKU. Wildwoods 2101. 289. Looks like we have two separate ones here. Oh, they're the same SKU. All right, so it looks like that's the same SKU as that. The VEAYU. Okay, so they're showing up for two different reasons. I don't know why that is. I don't really care. I just want to make sure I have the right SKU. It's the same SKU. It's Wildwoods. That's the one that's going to go in there. So I'm going to go over to this, and then I'm going to match up and put that ASIN in there. And that's how you do that. So the next one will be a very similar process. I'll come over here, detoxifying lemongrass. I'll go back to this. This is why we want to have all of those ready and put in there. So detoxifying lemongrass. If you had fewer products, you could probably go through and just do a search at the top. But I've got too many, and it's too confusing. So I want to make sure I get it right. If there are very few products in your available in your listings, then you could probably just go ahead and allow it just to do a search and find it quickly. Detoxifying lemongrass. So right there, that's the one. So I'm going to pull this over. All right, that's a 6 ounce. I'm just verifying really simple things here. Okay, and then we go over here. Boom. All right, and we continue down the line. I'll go ahead and pause and save you that hassle as I go through and do that over and over again. Okay, so one of the things that I've added on here, this can be a comparison chart. If we don't have anything, it's good not to let it. But if you notice, one of the things we can add, and I just did it for illustration, was I added a metric. So you can add a metric by doing this and saying whatever metric that one was. So I just added one that was benefit. Then I literally just took each of those benefits. One's relaxing, one's calming, and I could even do another metric. I'll just show you kind of what here scent. Yes. C-E-N-T, just to make it really simple. And you're going to notice I would have to select either the text or a check mark. And so that would make if this has that, and we could do that. So some of the things we can do is just do that. So I have the scent is wildwoods, boom, and then this one is lemongrass, like that. This one is vanilla, like that, and this one is rose, jasmine. And then there are other options too, which just for fun, I'll add this one is soy candle. Let me see, there were some actual copies. This is why I keep the copy around. Okay. All soy blend. Pet safe. And then I would just pull out this one maybe, just for the fun of it. I'll put pet safe in calming here. Let's see here real quick. So I would just do pet safe. Right? I'm going to do with the caps pet safe. Check marks. Check, 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 check. Now, none of this information was over here on this. I just decided to do that last minute because I thought it was a kind of a neat thing to add to it, and a good way to illustrate to you exactly what we've got going on. But at this point, we pretty much have all of the copy in. The next thing we really need to do is go ahead and put in the images. So this is going to be a matter of matching up the images to what is on the layout. So this is where we're going to need to go to the drive and kind of look at this. We know that that top image in this case is the lady with the dog. So we're just going to go ahead and scroll up. And so at this point, I'll probably move us along like this. And I'll go ahead and check our SOP off that we've copied and pasted effectively. The next step is uploading those images that we want to do. And something I'm going to probably do is make a note here really quick, because we have all of these ASINs that we need to apply this to. Is one, you're going to be one of the things in a second. So actually, I'll just let that go and I'll show you how that works. All right, so here we go. We're going to click to add image. All right, and it's going to say, hey, click to drag image, whatever we need to do. We're going to go ahead and upload this image, and we're going to go from here, right? And we're going to pull it from my downloads, the soy candles. So I'll just go ahead and open that because that's one we've got here. And I don't know which image is which, so we'll just click through, but we know we're looking for the lady with the dog. It's not that one, it's not that one, it's not that one. Not that one, not that one, not that one. It's going to probably be the last one. Okay, good. So that's what we're going to do. So that's that image. And I know this because I looked at the layout here, and I knew that that was our top image. All right. And did I accept it, or is it uploading? Okay, so it's uploading right now. Good. So human fragrances. Well, here's what I would do on that. Safe for sensitive pet noses. We don't need to add anything here. This is if you want to. We don't need to. Okay. And there we are. It's asking us to resize. We shouldn't have to resize because it's exactly what we need it to be. And there. Now our EBC is sort of coming together. Okay, pens have sensitive noses. Now we go to this one. And it's a matter of looking at this part and going like, okay, that's looking out the window. So let's go ahead and upload the dog looking out the window. I think one of the things that I can do, and I'm just realizing this might be a new feature here, but I'm going to, oh, sorry, no, I don't want to do that. To do upload, I'm going to just do this and upload all of those, which would probably have been a lot easier in the first place. Oh, nope, not going to let me do it. All right, so looking out the window, let's see here. There it is, looking out the window. All right. All right, we're going to just say this is, what is that for? We can go look at that copy real fast. see what it is. I'm just looking for something to put in for the alt text. So this one is this one. This is okay. Simple hand poured elegance. Simple hand poured elegance. That's what we're going to do. Hand poured elegance. That's not really the thing we want to do for that, though. That safe sense. Hand poured elegance. Okay. That's it. Okay. Adding that. Now we're going to go look and see what this image is over here. This is the American flag. So we're going to add the American flag. Select upload and then figure out where the American flag is. I think it's probably one of these because I didn't see. There it is. American flag. All right, and what's it? Made in the USA. That's going to be easy. Made USA. Don't need to adjust it. It's already good. We're going to say yes to that. Continue on down the line, and I believe this one is our next big header, which is the gentleman sitting with his dog. So we're going to do this. And we're going to click there and upload image. I forget what that was. I think it was this one, header 2. Yep. All right. And while that's coming up, I might just go ahead and look at the layout here and see if there's anything that I want to pull over. So I might want to pick that. I'm just going to say really simply once this comes up. Don't be paranoid about being nose blind, all right? So I'm just literally altering some text and putting it over there. And that's it. I don't need to adjust it. It's good. Scoot on down. And then 3 images. So these 3 images we got to pull up here. I'll just look really quickly and see what they are. They are the doctor. Header. This one might be one of them. Nope. Header 2. So maybe this one. Oh. Doctor. There we go. Now I want to go look really quick and see what the layout was talking about on there. Vet recommended. So I might just take this whole thing. If you're ever in doubt, that's a simple way to go about it. Just take the title that it comes with it. All right. Simple. All right, let's go add the next one. Upload that image, and while that one's coming up, I'm going to go see what it is. It is sorry, everything's operating slowly here. It's not accepting me going over there. Okay, so this is the family gathered around, then the next one is a candle. So the first one is the family gathered around. Upload image. I don't know which one that is. Maybe this. Yep, that's it. Family gather around. And what is that? The second one. Okay. Okay, and I just copied that. Okay, I'll accept that. And the last one is an actual candle being used. was this one. Yes. I'll verify while that's going down, but it is that candle being used. And then the copy that we need to put on it. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right. So that should be a completed EBC. Okay, so we have now uploaded the images. The last part is going to be to submit. So in order to do that, we come back here, we double check everything, make sure there's everything in there. And it tells me we have not uploaded images. All right, so we've got these to upload. So I'm going to have to look at Relaxing Wildwood here. Upload this. Which one is Wildwood? That's Happy Jasmine, Balancing Rose, Calming Vanilla, Detoxifying, Relaxing Wildwood. And the last one is just Digesting Lavender and Chamomile. Okay, so Relaxing Wildwood. And again, we're just going to go down through and select these out. Sorry. Right. Cool. I'll finish these up and get back to you here. Okay, so we have them all up. One of the things I want to point out to you on this comparison chart that's easy to not notice is that there are actually 6 available. It says there are 6 maximum, 2 minimum, but if you look here, there are only 5. It confused me for a while until you realize you go down here and scroll over, and that's where you get your 6, just so you know. So that's everything that we've got going on. We've now added all the images. I know I checked this earlier, but I realized we hadn't on that. So now you'll see the uploaded the images. The next step we're going for is submit, and I'll show you what we're going to do there. Okay, so for the next step is to apply these ASINs, and this is why I kept this really close to everything else over here so I could just really go back and forth for this. So we've got the name. English is what we're going to. We're going to add ASINs, and it'll kind of go one by one down this list here as we go. So I'm again looking in this product variation that we've got, and I can tell it's a product variation because we have 17 variations in here. And I am literally, we want to have the same EBC, the same enhanced brand content for each one of these products. All right. So as we kind of go through it saying, hey, is this the one you want? I want to apply that, and we're going to go and do this. Now, one of the things we can see is that Amazon did us a little bit of a help here. So once I entered that one ASIN in, it goes ahead and pulls in all of these variations for us. So you can enter in the one parent variation and want to do it. I just want to make sure that they're all here. Rose, calming vanilla, lavender, detoxifying. Grapefruit was one we couldn't fit in because this only allowed 6. If you remember, this layout only allowed 6, right? So what we did is we just went and picked the ones we thought would be good. Wildwood, jasmine, eucalyptus, and so forth. So we're saying yes to all of that. We're going to apply the content, and then existing detail pages. Yes, we're going to head and override that, and it's going to take over that and then apply it. So apply content. All right, so that's what we're doing. We applied it. Did it come up with an error of any kind? Then we're going to review and submit. All right. So now we're just going to review it and look at it. So we're going to look at, hey, is this the content we actually want? Is it looking the way we hoped it would look? All right, and it looks like everything is there, not published, but it's telling us it's available on each one of these. We've got our broken out. We've got our bullet points. This is how it kind of looks when it's all said and done. We've got our top banner there. with everything on it. We can look at mobile and see how it looks there as well too, and how Amazon kind of changes the layout for mobile, and it looks fine to me. So once we're kind of happy with all of that, then we can go ahead and say yes. We'll go ahead and accept this and submit for approval. So submit for approval is the last part. It can take up to 7 business days. If approved, 24 hours for it to appear on the detail page. If your content is not approved, you'll be notified, and we need to basically go back and change it. So submit for approval is what we're going to do, and that's essentially how you upload enhanced brand content to Amazon. Hopefully that was useful. Follow the checklist, use the video for reference, and that's it. Bye.